Hate ads? Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
Alright, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
A big old recap. And, David took the city of Jebus.
Yeah.
And
Zion.
We talked about the 3, who were the 5, who were the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the 30.
And the 30, his mighty 30.
Yeah, 3, 5, and 30.
Yeah.
And then we listed all the 30.
Boy, did we. And how.
That was not my favorite part about the episode yesterday.
That was my least favorite part.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was 1 Chronicles chapter 11.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we're getting into
1 Chronicles chapter 12.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap.
Oh.
But, we can definitely use any amount, so, any support is always appreciated.
So, what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Okay, 1 Chronicles chapter 12.
All right.
I'm very excited. More David stuff.
You sound really excited.
Well, this repeat of shit is not my favorite.
No, nor is it my favorite.
No, and it's just more about David that
right.
I already did that.
I know, right?
Okay. Gird your loins. Hold on to your butts.
Okay.
The following men joined David at Ziklag while he was hiding from Saul, son of Kish.
Okay.
They were among the warriors who fought beside David in battle. All of them were expert archers.
Great.
Naturally.
That's awesome.
Were they as good as Katniss Everdeen?
I doubt it.
And
I feel like we've used that before, though.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Just saying.
Sorry. Maybe I used it the first time they said it in the fucking David chapters early on.
We're nearly to 450 episodes, so, the chances of us reusing material is probably pretty strong.
That's true.
So.
They could shoot arrows or sling stones with their left hand as well as with their right. What?
Damn, they're amazing.
Those ambidextrous fuckers.
Right?
Damn. They were all relatives of Saul from the tribe of Benjamin.
Okay.
Their leader was Ahiezer, son of Shammah from Gibeah.
Great.
His brother Joash was second in command.
I remember Joash.
I do too. These were the other warriors. Jaziel and Pelet, sons of Asmaveth, Barakah, Jehu from Anathoth, Ishmael from Gibeon, a famous warrior and leader among the 30.
Oh, well, but not as famous as the 5 that they mentioned the other day.
Nope. Jeremiah, Jehaziel, Johanan, and Jozabad from Gedera.
Okay.
Eleuzai.
Wait, I have to ask, because they're naming somebody that was a famous warrior among the 30. Are we doubling up, like, naming some of the same fucking people again in, like, the very next step, like, chapter?
Yeah.
I can't keep track of who we're naming, but it feels like
yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think so. Eluzai, Jeremoth, Beliah, Shemariah, and Shephatiah from Haruf, Elkanah, Ishiah, Azarel, Joezer, and Joshabim, who were Korahites.
Yeah, they were, I guess.
Joella and Zebediah, sons of Jeroham from Gedor.
Yeah.
Some brave and experienced warriors from the tribe of Gad also defected to David while he was at the stronghold in the wilderness.
Okay.
They were expert with both shield and spear.
Well, it would really suck to just be an expert at shield. So it's probably good that they have the spear, too.
But guess what?
What?
They were as fierce as lions and as swift as deer on the fucking mountains. Boom.
I think they're lying.
I bet they are
I don't
lying.
think they could beat a deer in a foot race.
No, I don't think so
they're
either.
lying.
Yeah. Ezer was their leader. Obadiah was second. Eliab was third. Mishmanah was fourth. Jeremiah was fifth. Attai was sixth. Eliel was seventh.
Oh my God.
Johanan was eighth. Elzabad was ninth. Jeremiah was 10th.
Holy fuck. This is painful.
Macbenai was 11th. Okay?
Yeah, great. Okay.
These warriors from Gad were army motherfucking commanders.
Wow, that's great.
Even the weakest among them could take on 100 regular troops.
Yeah.
And the strongest, ready?
Yeah, I'm
ready for this?
Ready.
Could take on 1,000.
That's more than... Wait, that's... Then
Yeah,
what's
no.
so special about the 300 that the other guy killed in the battle?
Exactly.
That makes it sound like chump change.
Yeah.
I'm not buying this because they're
this
not...
is lies.
Right. They're like, wait, 300, he killed 300 in one battle. And then they're like, but these guys can take on 1,000 and they're less than those guys. But which one is it though? Because you're kind of just making up fishtails here that just keep getting fucking larger.
Yeah, they're just throwing numbers at us.
Right.
They didn't expect us to pay attention.
Oh, right. I forgot it. That part is where they fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
These were the men who crossed the Jordan River during its seasonal flooding at the beginning of the year and drove out all the people living in the lowlands on both the east and the west banks. They were like, get ye out. Ye do not live here anymore.
Right.
I love land and this one is mine.
Right.
Others from Benjamin and Judah came to David at the stronghold. David went out to meet them and said, if you have come in peace to help me, we are friends. But if you have fucking come to betray me to my enemies, you assholes, when I am innocent, then may God of our ancestors see it and punish you bitches. Then the Spirit came upon Amasai, the leader of the 30, and he said, we are yours, David. We are on your side, son of Jesse. Peace and prosperity be with you and success to all who help you, for your God is the one who helps you.
Yeah.
Yep. Delicious. Slurp. So David let them join him, and he made them officers over his troops.
So he just took in these people who, quote unquote, defected.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, you're automatically in charge.
Yep.
That seems like, I mean,
not fair.
Look, I get it. Like, they're good warriors, maybe, right? Okay, so that's awesome. But, like, wouldn't you take somebody that had been with you the whole time and be like,
yes.
Look, I understand you're really good, but you're going to need to, like,
stay
in the ranks for a bit before we promote you because I'm trusting you with my entire army. So, like, I need to know that you're not going to re-defect.
Yeah. Maybe you're a double spy.
Right.
But... You know, they were really stupid back then. Maybe they didn't know about double spies.
There could be that. And they had a lot of fucking faith in God sometimes, like David did, you know, like he's like, may God strike you dead if, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, that's not going to happen, but okay.
Right. Some men from Manasseh defected from the Israelite army and joined David when he set out with the Philistines to fight against Saul. But as it turned out, the Philistine rulers refused to let David and his men go with them.
I remember that.
After much discussion, they sent them back, for they said, It will cost us our fucking heads if David switches loyalties to Saul and turns against us.
Right. And I don't blame him because he was secretly killing Philistines, on the side. So
yes, he was. Here is a list of the... Do we have to?
We have to.
Here is a list of men from Manasseh who defected to David as he was returning to Ziklag.
Joy.
Adnah, Jozabad, Jadiel, Michael, Jozabad, Elihu, and Zilithai.
That wasn't that bad.
No, that wasn't that bad at all. Each commanded 1,000 troops from the tribe of Manasseh.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
They helped David chase down bands of raiders, for they were all brave and able warriors who became commanders in his army.
They were brave and able.
Able and brave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Multifaceted.
You can be brave and not be very able.
True, right?
And you can also be, like, really able, but so fucking stupid and not brave at all.
Right.
Yeah. So, to be both, that's great.
Yeah, it's better than not being both.
That's like when I say, I am good with words not.
Right, yes.
Day after day, more men joined David until he had a great army, like the army of God. Just like it. Okay.
So, the army of God is like David's army?
Mm-hmm.
Is David's army actually the army of God?
No,
or
it's just like them.
Like it.
It's just like it.
Then what battles have the army of God fought in?
It's not listed here.
Okay. I don't know that they've ever listed any battles that the army of God fought in.
Maybe it's in one of those missing scrolls.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it is, yeah.
But apparently David's army is almost like it.
Right. I mean, basically what I've seen is just God, like, farting on the enemies and, like, making them be weak and shit.
What
from,
I
like,
have
noxious
seen,
fumes or something.
What I have seen is that there's no such thing as God.
Right.
And that
Sorry, I meant to say that's right. What we read.
Yeah.
Sounded more like he farted on people.
Well, these people are stupid.
Oh, I agree. They're there's two things going on here. These people were like so desperate to attribute wins and losses to reasons, right? Mm-hmm. And so they attribute them to gods or lack of gods or whatever, right?
Curses.
Yeah. And then there's the wonderful rewriting that happens after the fact to make it all work.
Yeah.
Right?
And they were simple as well.
Yeah. And not only are they trying to rewrite it to make it work, they have to write it more than one time in the same fucking book to make sure that they get it exactly right. Or, like, how sometimes... No,
what you're saying here is not true or fair. Okay. They were not writing a book.
Right.
And they were not rewriting another chapter of a book.
All right, that's fair. You're right there. But at the same time, there are multiple people writing sections of what is now the Bible, and they are, like, fighting over who can make David the greatest.
Right. And I agree with you on
like,
that.
Okay, guys, this is really just a shit show at this point, because do you know how many things you fucked up within writing, like, while writing this thing?
Yeah. It's true.
It's like, it's piling up.
Yeah.
Okay?
He's just a dude.
Right.
Whatever. These are the numbers of armed warriors who joined David at Hebron. They were all eager to see David become king instead of Saul, just as the Lord had promised. Mm-hmm. From the tribe of Judah, there were 6,800 warriors armed with shields and spears. From the tribe of Simon, there were 7,100 brave warriors. From the tribe of Levi, there were only 4,600 warriors.
I mean, they were the priests, so...
This included Jehoiada, leader of the family of Aaron, who had 3,700 under his command.
Wait, what? They said that...
Leader of the family of Aaron.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
This also included Zadok, a brave young warrior with 22 members of his family who were all officers, I will have you know. From the tribe of Benjamin, Saul's relatives, there were 3,000 warriors. Damn. Okay. Saul's relatives were...
They're like, fuck Saul.
Fuck Saul. We're related, but not by choice.
Right.
Most of the men from Benjamin had remained loyal to Saul until this time. From the tribe of Ephraim, there were 20,800 brave warriors.
Damn.
Right? each highly respected in his own clan. Mm-hmm. From the half-tribe of Manasseh west of the Jordan, 18,000 men were designated by name to help David become king.
Wow.
Holy moly. From the tribe of Issachar, there were 200 leaders of the tribe with their relatives. All these men understood the signs of the times and knew the best course for Israel to take. They were like, we are blowing with the wind, and it is not looking good this way, so we shall go that way.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to choose a side, don't you choose the guy that's killed the tens of thousands and not the thousands?
That's just good math.
Right.
That's good, solid math.
Yeah. I don't think this has anything to do with what's good for Israel or anything.
No.
It has to do with the fact that David apparently is a good leader, and he is able to kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, dude killed a giant, for fuck's sake. From the tribe of Zebulun, there were 50,000 skilled warriors. They were fully armed and prepared for battle and completely loyal to David.
That's great for David.
Slurp. From the tribe of Naphtali, there were 1,000 officers and 37,000 warriors armed with shields and spears.
Wow.
From the tribe of Dan, there were 28,600 warriors.
That's a lot
all
for Dan.
Prepared for battle.
Dan brought it.
Yeah,
they're like,
he did.
They're there, like, because they were a small tribe.
They were a small tribe.
You know,
yeah.
I'm just saying, Dan did their part there.
Good on you, Dan.
Right.
From the tribe of Asher, there were 40,000 trained warriors, all prepared for battle.
Okay.
From the east side of the Jordan River, where the tribes... Oh, shout out to East Side Gang! What? Where the tribes of Reuben and Gad and the half-tribe of Manasseh lived, there were 120,000 troops armed with every kind of weapon.
Every kind.
Even pots and pans. I mean, from what I have seen...
They just picked up sticks.
Like in the movie Tangled, a frying pan is the best weapon.
Right. Yeah, those work really well.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, frying pan... Just telling you.
But if you're going to use a stick to battle, don't pick it up on a Sunday, for God's sakes.
Right, because it might be the wrong kind on the wrong day. And
it's the wrong day.
It's the wrong day.
Yeah. Just remember the guy that died on, the Sabbath for...
Aaron's son.
No, they lit the fire.
Oh, yeah.
There's another guy that died on the Sabbath for picking up sticks.
I'm sorry. It's also arbitrary and stupid. It's hard to keep straight. Yeah. All these men came in battle array to Hebron with the single purpose of making David the king over all Israel. In fact, everyone in Israel agreed that David should be their king.
I bet Saul did not agree.
I don't think he agreed. I'm pretty sure he disagreed.
Right.
They feasted and drank with David for 3 days, for preparations had been made by their relatives for their arrival.
Yeah.
So they partied?
I guess.
They got together and partied.
I mean, why not? They got lots of people to fight for them, and they got a good leader, and they're like, we're gonna win.
It just seems like a poor use of resources, from time to money and food and
right
energy.
Yeah, I don't disagree entirely.
Clean underwear.
But, get their spirits up before they go into battle,
Sure.
Right.
And people from as far away as Issachar, Zebulun, and Naphtali brought food on donkeys, camels, mules, and oxen. Vast supplies of flour, fig cakes, clusters of raisins, wine, olive oil, cattle, sheep, and goats were brought to the celebration.
Wow, they had a big old feast.
They did not bring ducks.
Quack. I mean, yeah, I guess they didn't.
There was great joy throughout the land of Israel. The end.
Right. Yeah, except for Saul.
Right.
Saul was not joyous either.
He was
not on board, and he was not joyous.
Yeah, he disagreed, and he lacked joy.
Right. He was not all about this.
No, he was not.
No.
But David's guys were.
David's guys were all on board, apparently.
They were throwing the biggest barley party you ever heard.
We're having a good old time out here, and then we're going to go kill Saul.
We are going to gorge ourselves crazy fat, and then we're going to wake up from our drunken, slobbery stupor, and we are going to go kill some fuckers.
But they never killed Saul.
No.
It was the other tribe.
I said kill some fuckers.
Fuckers, yeah. Yeah. They probably did kill some fuckers.
I think they probably did.
Yeah. But they didn't kill Saul.
No.
In fact, David, killed the messenger. Well, depending on which version you read.
Right.
David killed the messenger that came and told him that they killed Saul. So, yeah. All right. Well, anyway, there was that recap.
Yay!
That was 1 Chronicles chapter 12.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow we will be back with
1 Chronicles chapter 13.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.